Alright, well, welcome back to another killer video, and today we're going to be playing a little bit of Huntress. Now, you might see Devour Hope here and think, oh, is this part of the Devour Hope series? No, not yet. I just kind of want to run it and see if I can get any use out of it at all. And I've just been feeling playing Huntress recently, honestly. She's a fun character, and I really have a good time playing her, at least once I've played a couple games so I can warm up. So today we're going to be running barbecue and chili, so anytime you hook somebody, survivors that are 40 meters away from that hook will be revealed to you for 4 seconds, and you can get 25% blood points per survivor you hook, up to 100%, so you can get double blood points at the end of the game, which is always great. Next up we have Hex Fire Hope. So whenever the totem is active, anytime you're 24 meters away from an unhook, you get 1 token, and whenever they get unhooked. For the first token, you get nothing. For the second token, you get 5% haste status effect for 10 seconds, meaning you move, I think it's like 5% faster? Yeah, it says 5% right there, I'm dumb. But that just lets you move away from the hook a little bit quicker, try and find a survivor, which goes well with barbecue because it lets you move that little bit faster. At 3 tokens, all survivors are going to be exposed, meaning that you can one-shot them with a regular attack. This doesn't apply to attacks that aren't basic attacks, though. So hatchet hits, Demogorgon lunges, stuff like that. Chainsaws, even though they do one-shot, if you have speed limiter, meaning that they won't one-shot, then Devour Hope won't change it so that it is a one-shot instead. And then at 5 tokens, you get the ability to mori any survivor on the ground without having to worry about hooking them at all. So it's a pretty cool perk once you can get stacks up, but usually gets broken early on, especially on some of the older maps. Next up we have Whispers, and Whispers is an awesome perk for Huntress in my opinion. Since she is a slower killer, it costs her a lot more to try and check an area to see if there's a survivor nearby. Whispers allows you to... Whispers tells you whenever there's a survivor within 32 meters of you, meaning if you're in an area that you think a survivor might be in, Whispers will tell you if there is or there isn't anyone back there. If there isn't anyone back there, it'll click off, and you can know to turn around and go somewhere else, because wasting time is really difficult as killer, especially as some of the slower killers like Huntress or Spirit or Hag. And last but not least, I have Corrupt Intervention, and Corrupt Intervention is just a great all-around perk. I run this all the time on a bunch of different killers. I like it a lot on Huntress because generally when people see that there's Corrupt, they tend to run across the map trying to find a different generator to do. And that usually means they end up running into you at some point, and Huntress can really take advantage of this, especially when she sees people from range. She has the lethality to potentially take them down from that medium range that you might be seeing them as they run away. Now for add-ons, as per usual, we have the Bear's Toxin, meaning whenever I hit anybody with a hatchet, they become exhausted, so they can't use perks like Dead Heart, or Sprint Burst, or Lithe, or Balance Landing, or even Head On. I had a game earlier where this person was trying to use Head On, and I guess they didn't realize that I had hit them with the Bear's Toxin, so that was really funny. And after that we have the Amanita Toxin, meaning that whenever I hit somebody with a hatchet, they suffer the blindness status effect for 30 seconds. This isn't really that effective or helpful. This basically means they can't use aura rating perks such as Bond or Kindred or Object of Obsession to see where either the killer or survivors are on the map. But it's just something to have, I guess, in the second offering slot. But yeah, I want to see what we can do with Huntress and get right into the video. As much as I love Autohaven maps, they are fucking awful for Devour Hope, or Totem in general. Just literally camping the pallet. They have flashlights, they shouldn't have picked up so casually like that. I'm actually gonna, even though I have 3 hatchets, I have a feeling like this is gonna end up being a basement save that I can contest. So I'm gonna pick up hatchets. I didn't see anyone on barbecue, but maybe I just missed them. That's a really bad throw. Damn, I almost hit that too. I'm not gonna chase over there because there's no point. This guy does not look like he knows what he's doing at all. I should not have missed that. I'm fucking awful. I don't want to give this hook up for free. I'm gonna make sure I pick up hatchets though before I keep chasing. You always want to have hatchets when you're chasing if you can. I know they're in this loop over here. I still want to keep defending this generator. This is a really good spot for me to be in right now. Damn, dude, she fucking made distance fast. Now you can pick the other guy up if he wants to. I lagged, so I couldn't fucking hit him. That guy's just sitting in the pallet, so I'm never gonna be able to pick him up. I know that Fang's still over there to the left, I'm pretty sure at least. But oh. He just unbreakable? No! That's fine though. He just wasted unbreakable essentially there, because I was, I mean, I guess it isn't a waste if I can pick him up, but that's fine. If he uses unbreakable early, that means he can't use it later on. I know that Mr. WWE Monkey won't have unbreakable for later in the game when it actually matters. I wonder if I can get an angle on here to throw a long hatchet, because I just want to hit a long range hatchet, honestly. Yep. Once you hear the like swing when you pull up a hatchet, that means it's fully charged, and it's gonna be real difficult to outrun it or dodge it no matter what. If you, at least if you throw it on target, and if you're melee range with a survivor, it's really deadly to them because you can literally. They're both over here. Because you can do what I did essentially. You have lower cooldown on your hatchet throws compared to your regular swings. Wait, did I just hear someone else run down? No. So essentially, with your regular swings, it's gonna take longer to hit somebody twice. Whereas if the hatchet melee, it'll be a lot shorter. I could literally just win this game right now by ace. Yep, I fucking knew he would. By sitting on, at this point, I could have won the game by just sitting on top of the, basement. That hit the wrong fucking person. I'm gonna try and body block her as best as I can. This is why Huntress is lethal in the basement. When you have hatchets, you can literally just keep throwing them over and over again. I didn't even need to there because of how they were playing. I'm gonna body block this. He's probably gonna jump in the locker. Never mind. But yeah, if I had wanted to, with that lower cooldown between hatchet throws compared to hitting people, what I could have done is just kept hitting them over and over again on the stairs, but thanks to the way they decided to position once they were in the basement, I'm gonna just eat all their decisives, I don't care. But thanks to the way they positioned, it gave me an opportunity to just hit them with regular hits instead. They could just use an insta-heal. He just Kobe'd from the fucking basement, I'm sad. And I missed that swing because I'm terrible. Yeah, he just insta-healed the other dude, I'm pretty sure, with the pink one. And dude, he got far. I think someone's here. No, they're not. That's fine, I'll let them reset so the game would go on a little bit longer. Because short games are no fun. Unless it's just an absolute stomp. Those are actually pretty fun, honestly. I'm gonna look back though while I walk away just to check that nobody's going in the basement. Oh, you can't throw through that? Unfortunate. I'm not gonna chase him over to there because even though they've nerfed that building, it's still, I should not have readied that. That just made me waste so much time. Even though they've nerfed the main building, it's still really strong. I know there's 30 people here right now. Well, guess who doesn't have Unbreakable or Decisive anymore? He doesn't make this window. Yep. And I know Dwight number 2 is over here as well. I'll let him pick her up. Okay, never mind. Okay. Oh, here we are again. Here we get deja vu. I'm gonna pick up hatchets just in case one of them somehow still has decisive or it wiggles off or whatever it may be, unbreakable. But that just goes to show how strong basement is for Huntress. If there's only one area they can come out of, you can completely shut it down with hatchets. They played way too greedy anyway. The ace shouldn't have gone to get the he shouldn't have been the one to go get the unhook while he was injured. He should have let the Dwight who had just healed get the unhook instead. Because that would have made it so that, you know, you would go down immediately, basically. I have no idea where the ace went, though. I don't want to bleed out because I want extra points, but... nothing I can do about that. But there you go, that's it's a great example of how strong basement can be for Huntress. She just completely shuts down any attempt at escaping from there. And I mean, you guys saw it. I took, what was it, 2 decisives, 1 decisive? And still, I basically just let the entire game reset. And they still just couldn't do anything about it because one of them was in the basement, which meant that if I played safe, if I played territorial towards the basement, they had absolutely nothing they could have done anyway. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.